Hello, my name is Tristin Smith, and this is my behavior modification project. I'm hoping that this video will not take up a whole lot of memory and that it will be short enough to be able to send in an email or upload to the assignment. Well, this is my behavior modification project for Health 110. And this semester, I have decided to try and lower my stress level and the negative behaviors that stem from that for my behavior modification project. I'm 29 years old, and I am a single father of my 5-year-old daughter, who is in her room right now playing. Hopefully she does not come in here while I'm doing this. I work a full-time job at Tristin here in Wilkes, and most weeks I work around 50 hours. Most days I deal with a lot of stress, whether it be financial stress or emotional stress from certain aspects of my life. Being a single parent is difficult, and there is a lot of responsibility behind that, trying to maintain, being a single parent and being a good single parent. I guess that's, there's a lot of responsibility behind that. Also, this past year, my older brother passed away at the age of 30, and I guess that has really affected my stress level, and sort of my mental health has been a pretty big weight. And I guess ever since then, my emotions have been more quick to, snap, I guess, much more easily for me to, turn in a bad way and just, have a bad evening or a bad day. But lowering my stress level, I think, would also help me become more in tune with myself. And in turn, I could be a better father and role model to my daughter, who I love very much. Her name is Annika. This change is needed because I want to be able to control myself and know the right decisions to make to gain that control. So that is, also, if my daughter becomes stressed out, I want to be able to work with her on her stress issues. I'll know how to deal with them better if I know how to deal with my own personal issues better as well. Beginning my project, I just went through the guidelines. So first, I translated my goals into target behaviors by thinking about how I act when I'm stressed out and the emotions that get me stressed out. I guess I easily get angry or frustrated at certain things, or maybe confusion, and those things can kind of lead me into being more stressed out. And then when I do become stressed, all those emotions just come out tenfold. And I put them out, and I can kind of feel myself just being a whole lot more agitated, and I know that my emotions then turn to my daughter, and I can just see her becoming more stressed out when I'm stressed out. My biggest plan is to learn how to manage these emotions better so that they don't lead me to being stressed out and having any kind of a related episode to that. Essentially, stopping the problem before the problem arises. So if I can take care of the emotions that lead me to getting stressed out, I think that, I can just eliminate being stressed altogether, or at least know how to deal with it in the appropriate way. The biggest assistance I got would probably be from my younger brother Garrett and my girlfriend Amber. I would be open to them about the negative thoughts or emotions that I was having, and they would always be willing to provide some kind of input and just advice on how I should feel or what I should do. Their biggest suggestion was to just not get in my head so much and try to slow my thoughts down. Anytime I would have a bad thought or feel bad emotions coming up, their advice was to just take a minute and breathe and just, work through those feelings, which is kind of like the breathing exercises that we did earlier in the class, and I did those a lot, and those did help out a lot. Also, I just went and tried to spend, free time, going outside and things like that, trying to play with my daughter, not just stewing in my own thoughts, more just, trying to just get outside of my head and do anything that I can just occupy my brain with. The things that I expected from all this is to just control my emotions better, so that it doesn't lead me to getting stressed out. I understand that, you know, life is what you make it. And life is based on your outlook. You know, if you have a good outlook on life, you know, then your day-to-day process will be good. But if you have a bad outlook on life, you know, everything just will go downhill, and, you know, everything will be in turn bad. But I do feel if I had a good outlook on life and I managed to keep a positive outlook on everything, then everything would just fall into place. I ended up doing, to practice my emotion management, is just positive thinking. I can oftentimes just mislead myself into thinking a lot of negative thoughts, and that can cause me to be angry and just have a bad mindset and just be confused. And then all that just builds up into stress, and then, you know, just domino effect. During my change, it did feel good to be able to recognize what was going on with me and to deal with those things in a proper way. Some strategies I practiced were to slow my thoughts down, like the breathing exercises, and also I just tried to do a lot of my hobbies, my old hobbies that I used to do, just things that I can just do by myself, or sometimes do things that I can include my daughter in. You know, I used to do a lot of drawing before, and that really was just like a big release for me. So I tried to at least one time a week do a lot of drawing, and then other times, you know, me and Annika would do some things. We actually had found a dirt bike in the dumpster, not in the dumpster, but beside the dumpster, and we've been working on fixing that for her. It's like a little baby dirt bike, just perfect for her, perfect for a little 5-year-old. And so we've been fixing that, and, you know, working on that together has just been a lot of fun. And so far, you know, me processing my emotions and being able to understand what's going on and to deal with those things, you know, before it kind of gets out of hand has really been helpful. So far, everything's worked out well. There are some days where, you know, my emotions and my stress level do get kind of high, but through practicing these things that I've been talking about, it has helped me to lower that, or at least, you know, lower it enough to where it's bearable and it doesn't get out of hand. The most satisfying thing about my change was experiencing the sense of relief and comfort from living without being so burdened by stress, and just being able to deal with it and being kind of confident that I can deal with myself and deal with my emotions, to not let them boil over into like a big episode. If I had to do this again, I would just try to make sure to just manage my poor thoughts better. I did do decently well at doing that, but if I had to do it again, I would just make sure that I kept myself in check, kept my emotions in check, and continued to...
Daddy, my baby owl gone. I tried to talk to you.
Okay, let me finish my video, okay, and then I'll come in there and help you, okay?
Daddy, I need to talk to you.
Hold on.
After you did your homework, find my baby owl.
I will help you find your baby owl with you.
Whoa.
Overall, I believe I did make a strong improvement and think that it was definitely worthwhile. I hope that I can just continue to monitor my stress levels and just continue down this path. It has felt pretty good, and I think that I have, like I said, made a big improvement. I know that I deserve to have a good life, and my daughter deserves to have a good life, and as long as I keep myself in check, I know that we will both be able to do that. And I'm very thankful for this class to be able to help me, show me these things, and to help me deal with these things, and just, you know, kind of put it in front of my face so that I can, you know, kind of understand what's going on with me and just help myself work through these things. I have added a goal sheet in my contract, and my stress chart, everything is in my video. I hope that this video is not too long to be able to send in an email, but if it is, I will try to upload it to YouTube, and I will send you the link. Thank you.